Today we are at Disney's Animal Kingdom and we are gonna do something that we have never done before. We've always passed by it and we think it might be a great activity for children, but we have a lot of questions. In all the years that we've been coming to Animal Kingdom, we've noticed this little hut off to the right as we headed toward the Tree of Life. And people would sort of gather around there and it looked like something was going on. Well, it turns out that this is headquarters for wilderness explorers. And the questions that we have are, what age groups is this appropriate for? Is it gonna take all day long? Can we do anything else while we do this? I really wonder if it's something that can be easily incorporated into the rest of the day and then worked in with all the different rides. So we're gonna check this out and see if it's something that enhances our Animal Kingdom experience, or if it is a very specific experience to itself, or if it detracts from the Animal Kingdom experience. So we stopped by headquarters to get started.
Do you like to be explorers today? Yeah. Perfect. Amazing. We're going to earn our very first badge together. Can you make a W with your fingers? Yeah. And can you say the wilderness must be explored? Amazing. Clap your arms like a bird and go, caw, caw. Can you clap your arms? Clap your arms. Clap your arms. Do you have a lion roar? What is it? She scared me. Those were amazing. You had fun, okay? Thank you.
At this point, we've been given the guidebook, so now we have to figure it out.
While we were at headquarters, they got us started and Vivian was able to earn her first badge, which is a sticker that they place in the upper right-hand corner right here. And so Vivian's gonna demonstrate what she learned.
The wilderness must be explored. And then you do this. Turn your hands around backwards. Yeah, and you say, caw, caw.
Okay.
And then it's...
Oh, good job. Now the real question is, can Pierce do it? Okay, can you do it, buddy?
Do it to Daddy. Show Daddy. Say, the wilderness must be explored.
The world
Must be. Just do the lion.
Okay.
Put your hands out and say, good job.
Okay. I think that means that Pierce has got about 1/3 of the things from the first badge, but he earned it. I think that's good enough.
And it can sometimes be difficult to tell them apart. Placing bands with numbers on flamingos' legs is an easy way to identify them. Stop pulling my arm, buddy. Stop. Stop. Stop.
Okay, our first step is to find the flamingos on Discovery Island. There is a map at the front of the booklet that helps you to know where you're going next. So we'll be following this as our guide today. One of the challenges that we have is that Vivian is the one who has the map. Well, Pierce also has it, but they both want to retain it for themselves and they don't want to share it with me or Elena, but neither of them really know how to read a map. So we're kind of stuck sort of navigating with them. I'm not sure we're gonna get where we're supposed to go. Actually, I was a little surprised that she kind of got us close to where we're supposed to be. She just went to the right side instead of the left side of the Tree of Life. Okay, we found the place, and what's really exciting about it is that there are actually some markers to let us know that we're in the right place. So we're gonna be looking for these indicators throughout the day. I think this will help the children to be able to navigate where we're supposed to go. And it happens that the same lady who greeted us in the front is actually greeting them here too. I don't know if that's gonna happen the entire time.
So I forgot to bring a pen for this Wilderness Explorers thing. So if you do this, make sure you bring a pen so they can write stuff down. Yay, I found a pen. There was one in my bag. So the day has been saved.
We're gonna be checking off the animals that we find on the way to the zoo.
All right, so we're gonna go to the zoo part next so we can check off all the animals.
So it turns out that on the map, the next stop is on the back on the other side of the bridge. So you're gonna backtrack a little bit and we're supposed to look for all these animals. I would have expected those to be in the Maharaja Jungle Track. So maybe it's better that you don't already have an idea about Animal Kingdom when you do this, so you don't go with your preconceived notions. But I'm skeptical. Vivian has us going through this cave. I'm not sure this is the right way to go. I'm skeptical, but maybe she's right. It's really hard to get the stroller through here though.
We found some ducks, but we don't know if ducks are on our list. So Vivian's gonna take a look and let us know. See duckies on the list?
There is no duckies.
Okay, we gotta keep going then.
All right, we found one. Good job, Vivian. She had some pretty decent navigation skills. I'm starting to be impressed. All right, Pierce, what do you think?
What?
Okay. We found the habitat for the rhinoceros iguana. We're gonna look around and see if we can find him.
He's on that big rock.
You want help?
I need help doing the animal.
Okay. Here, we'll move it to the correct page then. Do you want to look for the siamang or the lion-tailed macaque? I don't think they're all in the front though. It's weird that they have us in this section of the park to look for this. Because I don't always see a whole lot of animals in the front of the park. They have all these habitats for them, but I'm gonna see if I can figure this out. Okay, I think I figured this one out. It actually says to check off all the animals that you see during your visit today, and then go to your troop leader at the Wilderness Explorers headquarters and show them that you found this, and that will earn you your badge. Because a lot of these are on like the Maharaja Jungle Trek. But the reason that we are wandering around the front is because the map shows that the badge is earned, and it's right beneath the headquarters. So this one's a little tricky, and maybe there was an explanation that happened while I wasn't paying attention. But we're gonna move on to the bug one and keep our eyes open for all the other animals while we're on our way. Now that I've figured that out, it's time for me to catch up with the family and explain to them what I've discovered. That's gonna be on the Maharaja Jungle Trek. That's when you would see that. Okay, I think it's starting to make sense to them now that we have to look for those throughout the day. And so I've convinced them that we need to move on to the next badge. And the next badge is the insect badge. And you have to find out which insect you are like the most and check the option below. And then you find your troop leader near the entrance of It's Tough to Be a Bug. So we're gonna head to It's Tough to Be a Bug.
We made a small detour because we found Kevin, and Vivian loves Kevin.
We have located the Wilderness Explorers Clubhouse where Vivian can get her insect badge.
So you can see that those orange marks are their lungs. Because they shed a layer of their 445. Just look out for more orange bags.
That was fun. They learned so much about bugs while we were there, and they got their sticker. And then also I got my own book because they're not sharing with me. It looks like that our next stop is to learn about plants in Pandora. So let's head on over. I do think that with the pace that we're heading at, we could have potentially stopped and gone to It's Tough to Be a Bug, the show from from Bug's Life movie. But our children actually are afraid of that show. So that's the reason we're skipping that one. But I get the impression that you could use this guide as a map to help you navigate the park throughout the day. And you would be able to incorporate it into your Animal Kingdom park schedule. All right, the plant that is pictured on the book is right behind me. And it says the flask reclinata is a plant on Pandora that responds to touch. And number 2, like the flask reclinata, some plants on Earth also respond to touch. Circle the plant below that shares that adaptation. Maybe they'll learn all about that at the next stop.
Do you know what this one likes to eat? What's its favorite snack? Yeah, it eats bugs. Do you guys eat bugs at home? Good snack. This one is really fun. The bug's gonna fly inside the tree and he's gonna eat it. You guys should find one plant today that you really like, okay? Sound good?
All right, the botany badge has been earned. And now it's time for us to head over to the floating mountains and earn the ecology badge. If we were going to ride the Navi River Rapids ride, this would probably be the time to do it, but we asked Vivian if she wanted to, and she doesn't. She's really more interested in going to DinoLand USA, and thankfully there are some badges that we can collect there anyway, so that'll just give her a little more time to play in the Dino Dig. For the next badge, we headed over to the floating mountains, and then we learned all about ecological structures in the wild.
Does my hippo live in the tree? No. What about this tree? No. What about my backyard? No. What about near the water? Yeah. Now
we're headed off to the safari, and I think on the safari, Vivian's going to be able to earn a badge by taking the safari and see a bunch of animals today. And that should put us several steps closer to completing that second challenge that we got confused on. If we were inclined to do so, now would be a good time to go to the Festival of the Lion King. Actually, it turns out that they are letting people into the theater right now, so you don't have to talk me into having a good time. Well, we had a great time at Festival of the Lion King, but it's getting pretty close to 2 o'clock and the badges stop at 4:45. So we've got to hurry if we're going to get all the badges in before they cease passing them out. All right, and actually the odds don't look like they're really that much in our favor, because at this point we have only gotten 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, we have 18 badges to go. And I don't know how many we've done this far, but it's significantly less than half. So we're gonna have to really work hard to get this finished on time. Also, at this point, it is Pierce's nap time. So Elena's heading back to the van with him, and Vivian and I are gonna finish up the badges on our own, the two of us together. And I think we're gonna be able to move pretty quickly, just the two of us. So I'm hopeful that we'll be able to get it finished today. The line for Kilimanjaro Safari is actually pretty long right now. We actually decided to abort mission on going through the safari line because it is more than a 60-minute wait at this point, and typically that line will go down if you wait for a little bit after the Festival of the Lion King gets out. So like immediately when the Festival of the Lion King gets out, this part of the park gets really crowded. And typically the Rafiki's Planet Watch and the Maharaja Jungle Trek are not nearly as crowded, and there aren't as many lines. It's a little quicker to do those. So we're gonna do those in the meantime and then head back to the safari. Okay, we are walking toward Gorilla Falls at this time, and I think we'll be able to get a bunch of stuff checked off of our list over here.
Go down to Gorilla Falls. Down there, and
and a cheetah, which one's which? What does the cheetah have that the lion doesn't? How do you like candy? Where do they grow? Does it feel this one place, but also teenage daughter, 2 moms and our dad, Gino. He just turned.
While we were on our way out to Gorilla Falls, there's some checkpoints along the way, and if it weren't so crowded here today, we probably would have stopped along the way and filled out our Wilderness Explorers book, because there are a few questions that it asks you while you are going along the way, like which insects are located at trail marker number 1, or what colors are the animals at trail marker number 2, what animal can you find at trail marker number 4, and then you can draw a picture of your favorite animal. We found a fairly quiet place along the pathway where Vivian can stop and fill out those blanks on the book. We have taken the train out to Rafiki's Planet Watch and the conservation station, and we found the first place for us to get our badge, which is in a backyard. We have to go around and find the different insects that have been set out by the cast member, and once Vivian identifies those, she can take them over to the cast member and get her badge.
That, yeah, how about by the swamp?
Inside of the conservation station, we got 4 more badges. There was the conservation badge, the recycling badge, the veterinary badge, and the nutrition badge. And now Vivian is gonna head outside and look for one of the animals on her scavenger hunt, the goat, in the affection section. The affection section is Vivian's absolute favorite spot. Well, either here or the Dino Dig happen to be her favorite spots in Animal Kingdom, so we're probably gonna be here a little while. Thinking we're gonna give her a time limit because we only have a little more time to get all of our remaining badges, and I think at this point we have 9 or 10.
Keeping your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside while the tram is moving. And supervise your children. Thank you.
Para su seguridad.
So we got here and Pierce said, I want to get my donut. So here we are. Here you go. What do you say? You're welcome. Is it gonna be yummy? You want me to take it out of the bag? Okay. Yummy. You like it? Is it good? Yummy. Now that our donut is secured, we're gonna go find Anthony and Vivian, and they are in Asia, so that's where we're headed now, and we're gonna do the Maharaja Jungle Trek together.
So I counted again, and because of the safari, we have 10 more badges remaining, aside from the badge that we're collecting from the scavenger hunt for all of the different animals. And but it's time for us to pause for a snack. So we got some chicken dumplings that we're gonna see what we think, and they come with a special sauce. And we'll see what Vivian thinks about the sauce. Okay, she approves. Good. These are really good. I love these dumplings. The same stand has some seasoned fries with sriracha mayo available. So if this doesn't happen to be enough, maybe we'll go back for that. But for now, I'm just leaning toward maybe just doing this. Okay, so we needed some seasoned fries with some sriracha mayo, of course. So we finally made it to the entrance of the Maharaja Jungle Trek, but Elena is on her way back with Pierce at this time. So we're gonna bypass that, go do a couple of other badges, and then come back and get the Jungle Trek once we meet up with them. And I think that's gonna make it easier for them to find us and us to find them. On the way, we found the Siamong, so Vivian got to mark that off of her animal scavenger hunt list.
From here all the way out to the parking lot, about 2 miles of.
It's just a little past 4 p.m., so that means that we have about 40 minutes remaining before we can no longer complete our challenges. We're waiting for Elena to find her way to the Maharaja Jungle Trek. So we're gonna see how this works for time. But on the previous stop, we did get 2 badges, so that knocks out a couple of them. That means that we've got maybe 8 more.
Oh, we've got a snack. Our bats just went to go have a snack, so I don't have any like this with me right now. I can hear them though. Yeah, where at?
So you'll kind of look at all these birds we've got going on here. See all the different ones you can find while you walk through. Maybe find. No, you don't. You didn't get this. That was delicious.
So now we can mark our bird watching badge off of the list, and we're onward and upward. So we got the Yeti badge, and that was uninformative. We're gonna go check out the Everest badge, which is inside the bazaar.
The water container. So see if you can find.
This one is a scavenger hunt. We've got to find some supplies for climbing Mount Everest. And then when we check off all the supplies that we find, then we can get the badge. Okay, we're in the bazaar and Vivian is doing the scavenger hunt. We've only got 5 more minutes before we run out of time to do this. And there are still a couple more badges that we need to collect. There are 2 that we can get in DinoLand USA, and then there's 1 for the safari. I don't know if we're gonna make it to the safari. And then also, she's been trying to check off all the animals all day long, and there's a badge for that. So those are the ones we're trying to get. We have 2 minutes to make it to DinoLand USA. I'm wondering if there's any grace period after 4:45 or if they totally shut everything down. So we're going as quickly as we can to get those final badges. We've been wandering all over looking for the final dinosaur ones, and one, we thought that it was maybe in the dinosaur ride gift shop because the Expedition Everest ones were in the Expedition Everest gift shop. But it turns out that it's over by Restaurantosaurus and that the other one is in the Boneyard. And that's where we plan to kind of end the day anyway. So we'll head over there and see if we can find these. Hopefully at this point it's not too late because actually we're a few minutes past the time. Yay, we found it and she's still here. So we're gonna get this one and then after that the Boneyard.
That's a really good guess.
Vivian took off running, so we've got to catch up to her. Apparently the post is over on the other side. So we've got to climb up the stairs and go over the bridge and then we'll get to the dig site. Yes. Got our final badge for the Mammoth dig site and we're only lacking 2 badges. So we got pretty much everything today. We did not get to go on the Kilimanjaro safari, so we didn't get to finish all the animals, so we didn't get the final badge. But I think Vivian did a pretty good job today. So our final thoughts on doing this was that I think that it's perfect for Vivian's age. It's still maybe a little too advanced for Pierce. Vivian is 6 and she's in the 1st grade and Pierce is 2 years old. He did enjoy it, but it was not possible for him to collect all of the badges, which is fine. And also, if we wanted to do the entire thing, now that we know that we got hung up in a couple of places looking for where the badges were located, I think that probably would have made it so that we could do it at a more casual pace. And we would have been able to incorporate doing it along with all of the rides, except for that we really didn't get here until a little bit later in the day. We didn't start this until after lunch. So if we had arrived at Park Open, we definitely would have been able to do all of the rides and complete this as well. And we probably would have been able to ride the safari as well. Which means that although we missed out on a couple of the badges, that we did our entire experience in 4 hours and 45 minutes. So that gives you a point of reference that if that had been expanded, we definitely could have gotten all of the badges. As we conclude the day, we're gonna let Vivian finish up here at the dig site. This is one of her favorite places to hang out at Animal Kingdom and to run around on the playground. There are lots of fun things for kids her age to do. And of course, Pierce is living it up over on the other side too. For more of our adventures all around Animal Kingdom, click this playlist right here.